talk.
Hello, Periscope. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to rig this stuff up in my car. I know it's a little bit earlier than I normally get on, but I got something to do. So I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. Thank you all for joining. Some of you I recognize, some of you I don't. But thank you for joining. This past week, there was a question polled on the Let's Talk Relationship 101. I actually polled the question because we have there's so many times that that we get complacent in our relationships and things begin to die down. Some people have been together for years, 15, 20, 30 years. And in a situation like, and sometimes people have just been together, 5 months, and things begin to not be as exciting as they originally were and everything like that. So you have to stay creative. I have no notes today. I usually, put down a lot of notes and everything like that, but I'm just going free flow. And one of the things I've realized is that we have to make sure that, and I said this on a previous Periscope, that we never stop dating. What do I mean by never stop dating? Okay. What I mean is, say for example, I'm going to talk to the fellas first. Say for example, like y'all go all out. When I say all out, y'all go like all the way out when y'all are trying to, catch us. When y'all are trying to get, to the point where it's like I'm wearing you down, that type of ordeal. Y'all will go to the extent. Y'all will go to the extreme. Y'all will flowers, notes, text messages, all kind of stuff. Y'all will go to the extreme. But, like after the woman has submitted to you, or, she's giving herself to you, it's like, it's not as, the chase isn't as fun anymore. It's kind of like, not comparing you guys to dogs. Please don't take this the wrong way, but it's just a scenario. Like when a dog is chasing a car or cat or something like that, it's like just going. I mean, nothing can stop that dog from catching his focus. It's like he's focused on it at that time, or she's focused on that at that time. And as soon as the dog, male or female, catches it, it's like, okay. I'll ruffle around with it a little bit and then I'm done. Sort of kind of like that. So one thing you can't do is get complacent. Now I'm finna get on my ladies. I'm about to jack y'all up because, see, ladies, what we do. We buy that Mac. Matter of fact, on the first date, we go out to the, where the mall, the shopping mall and everything, the outlets. And we're like, yeah, babe, let's go to MAC. I love makeup. Let me get some makeup. Or let's go to the Remy store. And, you do all this stuff and you want to go here and do that. All this stuff is self-help, and then once you get the guy and y'all get, further along in the relationship, you don't want to do your hair. You wear bonnets around him. You don't put your makeup on like you used to around the house. It's just kind of like whatever. And one thing that you can't do is get comfortable with being normal, because there's so much out there for the eye. It's so much eye candy. And guys, don't get it twisted. Y'all ain't the only one that see eye candy. We see eye candy too. The thing about it is, I think we're not as susceptible to. We don't become subject to failing as often. Now, lately, I've been hearing a lot about females and infidelity and cheating and, stepping out on their spouse. And a lot of that comes from, I guess, this era of time where there's no value in relationship anymore. There's no value in being consistent in relationships and being loyal. Loyalty is almost non-existent. And it takes a lot for a person to stay loyal, especially in this day and time, whether it's to a pastor and parishioner relationship where, it's hard for parishioners to stay faithful to the ministry, the church hop, whether it's staying on a job and having longevity on a job. I remember, I have aunts and stuff that was on a job for 20 something years and they retired from that job. But young people, between the ages of 20, 25 and 30, 36 or 35, our era, well, I could back it up a little bit further, but we have a hard time staying consistent with things. We have a hard time staying committed. That's the word I'm looking for. We have a hard time staying committed to things, and that's not good. That's not good at all, because a lot of times you need the more consistent you are and committed, the more it's kind of like going to buy a house or going to a loan company. They look at your longevity in things. So even if you had a furniture, bought furniture or something and you paid on the furniture, they don't really count that stuff as much as they count when you've paid off a vehicle or you've paid off something that was long term. So even creditors, they look at stuff like that. They want you to be they want you to have a long-term situation. They don't want you to have, this. So longevity matters. One of the things that you have to do is never stop dating. So creativity, some people aren't creative. Some people aren't creative. I'm a very creative individual. And I'm surrounded by creative people. So we all keep each other intrigued. It's always something new going on. I love my highway of friends. And I call them highway of friends because I don't do circles. I don't do cycles. Anything that go around us, I don't do that. I have a highway of friends because highways take you to level after level after level. So that's why. So if I see that, y'all put my name on it, Courtney Scott, okay? If I see that quoted anywhere, I want my credits, okay? So I don't do circles at all. So I have a highway of friends because we can always go to, the next stage, the next phase, the next dimension. The people that I'm around are all people that are on a higher level than I. I surround myself with people that are going to different places so that I can go with them when they go. So, consider that too, so that was a sidebar, but, creativity, you have to be, y'all, it's a shadow. Okay. You don't see it. You have to be creative when it comes to, relationships. Think of stuff like you have to always remember what it was like, initially. So if it was like we did movie night and we tickled each other and had fun and we, did all this stuff, I mean, just one day, just do it. Like, hey, babe, let's go somewhere. Let's get somewhere. Let's get away. And do something like you did on your first date, Or, okay, so guys, so you was buying all this stuff. That stuff gets expensive. And to be honest with you, once you've been in a relationship for a certain amount of time, I'm not saying that you can't buy the lady that you love items or anything like that, but, if you have, y'all maybe stayed in a relationship, got married, you're focused on, most men are focused on building their career, building their future, not the flashiness and all that stuff. Most men are focused on career. Most women are focused on family, having a baby, having a house, and stuff like that, which children are important, homes are important, all that stuff is important, but the guy is so focused and driven as far as his career is concerned because he's all about making sure that we have a foundation. And so you have to ladies, okay, let me address the ladies, okay? Let me address the ladies. Ladies, one of the things that we can do is we cannot get so caught up in our children and our girlfriends and the next woman beside us, because, and let me hit this, because it's been a lot of stuff going on for me personally with this whole jealousy thing, and I always wind up talking about jealousy on Periscope just because it gets on my nerves. I'm so sick of that. Yeah, okay, I digress. But anyway, a lot of things that transpire with women is we stop focusing on getting that man's attention, and we start focusing on competing with other women for his attention. Wrong thing to do. Okay? And let me tell you why that's the wrong thing to do. Nothing is less attractive on a woman than fighting with another woman over a man you already got. Hello. Why compete with another woman? The thing about me as a woman, and I'm going to let you into my secret life, I don't compete with no woman. And let me tell you why. Because I compete with me. I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. You don't compete with another female, for a man that you already have, or compete with her trying to keep up with, oh, she got some new hair, I'm finna get me some new hair. Oh, she got a new Michael Kors, I'm finna get a bigger Michael Kors. Girl, you go broke trying to keep up with the next one, because first of all, your pockets ain't set up the way my pockets set up. So I'm not gonna compete with trying to keep up with what you're doing, because I got a business to run, I got children, I got a whole career. I got stuff I got to do. I don't have time to keep up with that. So you can't put yourself on a certain level as another person and compete with them. You have to stay in your lane and do what's best for you. You have to do what is going to allow you to be successful. If that means I'm gonna wear the same hair for 3 weeks, I'm gonna wear the same hair for 3 weeks. Does that mean I'm gonna wear the same clothes for 6 months? I'm gonna wear the same clothes for 6 months. I'm creative, so I can get away with that. But one thing that you should never do is compare yourself to someone else. Confidence. And let me tell you something. God gave me a definition of beauty, and oh my goodness, it has just rained. It's like that is my what's my word I'm looking for? That's my slogan for my nonprofit organization. And beauty it's the acronym. It's being everything anyone underestimated that you'd be. Being everything anyone underestimated that you'd be. So, I think I said it right. I ain't got it in front of me. It's different when you're saying something and you're looking at it. But that's my slogan. Like, that's what beauty is. Those of you who have watched my previous Periscopes before, you know that that I have a beauty salon. The name of my salon is Beauty Obsession, and I literally have an obsession with beauty. The inward beauty of a person, the outward beauty of a person. My nonprofit is Big Sister with the Beauty Obsession, and I'm all over the place. I don't get off task, but the reason I'm telling you this is, confidence. I'm gonna go back to confidence. Being confident in who you are and not competing. That was where I was going. You have to ensure that you are confident in who you are as a woman, as an individual. You can't compete with another woman. Compete with your own self. I remember there's a Facebook thing, and this little girl said, "You don't love nobody. You love your own self." And so that's how I am. Like, I'm not competing with anybody. I'm competing with my own self. So you don't compete with another woman, because it's irrelevant, because at the end of the day, everyone is created uniquely in their own way. I know that I am. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made by Christ Jesus, and I know that I'm different. There's nothing that I do that another woman can do. God put my DNA and made me, specifically the way I am, and I'm the only one who can do what I do. So you have to be confident enough to know that and believe that in yourself. So don't get caught up with competing with another woman and lose focus on competing for that man's or keeping that man's attention. And I'm going back to that because that's the business at hand. You cannot be so focused on everything around you that you forget to focus on him. Everybody, is entitled to, be individual. But if you want to keep the attention of the person that you're with, you have to make sure that you're keeping them intrigued by being intrigued with them. If they feel like they've lost your attention, some people aren't going to fight to get your attention. And those that will fight, give them something worth looking at, worth fighting for. Now, let me get on my fellas, because I done killed the ladies, okay? Guys, y'all don't compete as much with another man to keep your woman's attention. A lot of times you forget to fight for her attention. You forget to fight. You think that just because you have her and like you throw a couple dollars here and there or a lot of dollars here and there and take care of stuff and you buy her things and you do this and that for her, that's it. She should be happy. You got the best hair. You got the best hair. Ain't no other female rocking the hair like you. You got the longest hair. You got the longest inches of hair. You got the nicest bags. I got you the nicest car. You have the nicest house. Hi, Bryce. Hi, bro. Thank you for the hearts. You have the nicest house and oh, you're such a sweetheart. So you have the nicest house. So guys, y'all get caught up. And what you do is you'll say, hey, why you complaining? Why are you complaining? You got this, I done paid for this, I done bought this, I done bought that. And you forget that it's not about the finances, because what happens is, and this is my quote, I just write random quotes sometimes. And one of the quotes that I wrote was, don't force me to be emotionless and then get pissed off when I wind up becoming a gold digger. And I say that is because the ideal of it was whenever you force a person not to express themselves and be just complacent with what you be satisfied with what I'm giving you. Whenever you force a person to do that, and you don't spend time with her, you don't try to date her still, and then you step out and doing your thing and this whatever you're doing, and she's over here, and just because you give her a nice car or a nice house or money, then you expect her just to be. You should be fine. What else you want? You shouldn't have no complaints, And at the end of the day, she wants you. She wants your attention. Because to be honest with you guys, fellas, this is to help you all. A woman wants you. She wants your attention more than she wants your money. A lot of times when you got that woman, you didn't get her because of all that stuff you was buying her. You thought you did. You wasted a lot of money. To be honest with you, because she was intrigued at how much you were intrigued with her. The fact that you just kept coming around, you were persistent. It's like, he really likes me. What is it? He adores me. That is what caught her attention. So the money, you thinking it's because that's what you did at first. You did all that, spending all that money. And this is to help y'all for future references. She don't want your money as much as now some of them are, because some females are flaky like that. But most real women, a real good woman, she don't want your money. She wants your attention. And you just happen to be spending a lot of money at the same time you was giving her all that attention. But what you fail to realize is, as time goes on, you can't retract your attention and just give her money and then get pissed off if she become a gold digger. You can't do that. So you wanna you wanna pull back. Thank you for that. You wanna pull back, the emotion and the emotional aspect of it, and you wanna give her money, and then get pissed off if she say, "Hey, I need money, I need money, I need money, I need money." You're like, "Dang, you always in my pocket. You trained me like this. That's the way you made it." So to help you all, to help you brothers out, don't do that. Don't give up all your money, because that's not what she want. Let me tell you what she want. She wants you to come. She wants you to come home, when you done worked or whatever, do something randomly. And you know what? It ain't even got to be all the time. It can just be like unexpected. Call her, babe, you need to get dressed. We gotta run somewhere real quick. Like, what's going on? Don't ask no questions. It's important. Just get dressed. Get the baby dressed. Drop the kids off or whatever, and just do something. Do something random. And trust me, you gonna get rewarded. For real. So don't discredit the time that you spend, and just make it in your business. If you have a busy schedule, because some men are career-minded men and they have a busy schedule, okay? If that is the case, take your calendar out. And I know some people that do this. They schedule dates with their spouses or girlfriends or whatever. They schedule dates with them on their calendar so that, they don't know that. So if it is something on your phone or something, you have to make sure that nothing gets in the way of you and that person in that time. This is male or female at this point. Okay? So make sure that you are going the extra mile to continue to date the person that you're in a relationship with. So that's some of the things that you can do. We don't say that again. Oh. Hey, don't be calling my sister out like that on no social media site. You made her high maintenance. You did it. You spoiled her. Now. So at the end of the day, we just have to make sure that we are continuing to date the person and the individual that we're in a relationship with, because that's what's going to cause the longevity to transpire. We want longevity. We be so, I'm looking at all those Hi, Smile Bright. So anyway, at the end of the day, y'all, what basically I'm trying to say is be creative in the relationship that you're in. Don't get complacent and forget that you're dating everything that you did. And guys, and remember, don't go broke trying to buy her. You can't buy. First of all, I'm speaking for me now. A man can't buy me, because to be honest with you, I don't want your money. That's not what I want. Now, I may need your money, but that's not what I want. I want your time. I want your energies. I want your efforts. I want your attention, in the sense of, you ain't got to be like, hey, Courtney, what are you doing in my face type thing. But you need to be concerned, not just in your own world, in your own vein. That's what you don't need to be. And, well, you'll get it back next time, though. When it come back around, bro, you said you already went broke, but when it come back around, be wise. I'm giving you wisdom right now. This is good stuff. Don't go out of your way trying to buy her, because at the end of the day, you turning her into a gold digger. She doesn't want to be bought. Say that again. What you saying now? About some cooking lessons. We cook. Women cook. Some women cook. Some women don't. Y'all need to know. What if you don't have time? You do have time. You have to prioritize. You may not. You may have your priorities. Oh yes, give the answer. Yes, please, because Lord, he need to know how to cook. He spent too much money eating out. Too, but to answer your question, bro, what if you don't have time? Well, you have to find the time, because I promise you, if you don't find the time, somebody will. And I'm not saying that it doesn't take a lot. A real woman, and I can't speak for every woman, but most women are, if they're used to you, if it's gotten to, It takes time to manage priorities. Yes, it does take time to manage priorities. But listen, before you go bashing out all these excuses, let me give you something. One thing you have to do is understand that it doesn't take a whole lot. It's the random small things that you deem that will be insignificant. Now you may be spending all this money and doing all this stuff, and it doesn't take all that. You can just randomly say, hey, I want to take you somewhere, and do something creative. You're a creative individual, bro. You're very creative. So the romantic aspect of a relationship may be gone, it may be died down, but all you have to do is just do something small, and it ain't even gotta be once a month, because once a month is a lot. First of all, with me being a career woman, I wouldn't want to be up under my spouse like that, because I have a life of my own. She has a life of her own, and I'm saying that I'm using that as an example. She has a life of her own. So it's not that she has to be around you 24/7, but those times, and you do a good job, because y'all just went on a family trip and did all this stuff like that. So it's the small stuff. If you do enough small stuff, by the time you do something big, it's going to be so mind-blowing that it's going to be like, whoa. Change is inevitable. It is. And a woman does have to understand that change. And it's sometimes it's not that she doesn't understand change as much as it is that the changes, unless it's like a death or something uncontrollable, it has to be subtle changes, not drastic changes. And if they are drastic changes, then you also have to make sure that you find a creative way to accommodate the change. She not necessarily saying it's all on the man. I'm saying this is either way. A woman has to do her due diligence as well to make sure that she's, doing what she has to do to make sure. I know, I didn't mean to. You typing names? You started it. I didn't mean to say names. I'll blur that out, because I can't do that in my editing, okay? But at the end of everything, bro, you just have to find, but it'll never be 50-50. Thank you for that, guy, but it will never, I'm telling you, it'll never be 50-50. No matter how somebody's going to always come up with the short end, but you have to balance it out. Meaning that you can't always have the short end of the stick. She got to take the short end sometimes, and that's what balances it out. That's what makes the 50-50. But they'll never be 50-50. It'll always be, the ratio will be 60-40, 20, you know what I'm saying, 20-80, stuff like that. But you'll have to take turns taking the short end of the stick. That's just how it rolls. But at the end of everything, you just have to make sure that you are going the extra mile at all times. And it's work. It is work. Male or female, go the extra mile at all times to make sure that you are doing your part to hold it down, because there's so much out here. It's so much competition. It's so much, so many women. This is our bar, but I'm going to say this real quick. The male species is becoming extinct. Okay? It's becoming extinct. And what I mean by that is, it's more feminine men that you see than masculine. And it's getting harder and harder for women, and that's what it says that, about the ratio from men to women. It will be, what is it, 7 women to 1 man? Is that it? Bro, I know you know the word. Is that it? I think it's something like that. But it's the male species is fading fast, and a lot of people. Oh, yes, it's way less gentle. Some of them are too much of a gentleman as a gentlewoman. You know what I'm saying? And that's worse to me. You have these boys, Lord have mercy, boys. A friend of mine was talking to me yesterday and said that, man, you got boys growing up to be women. And hey, to each his own. But what I am saying is we have to make sure that, like there isn't a lot. So that means that there's more pressure on a man these days than it used to be, because there's more women that want stability. They want a spouse. And then they may see that wife or that woman not doing right by that man, and it's like, man, you don't deserve that. You deserve better. So it puts pressure on the man to, like, man, it's just too much. He gets overwhelmed with all the women that's throwing themselves at him, because that's just how it is now. I mean, just because of in times. And so you got to make sure that that women, we have to make sure that we are doing what we need to do to hold it down at home. If we have a spouse, if we have a man, make sure we're doing what we got to do to keep him grounded, hold him down, keep him anchored, let him know that he got somebody, that he don't, the next chick that come along is, I mean, she cute, she fine, she thick, or she fit, or she whatever she is, but man, my wife is it. She cook, man. My wife clean up. My wife, she make her own money. Make it so that you're irreplaceable. You know what I'm saying? To my ladies and fellas, because there is so many so many options out there. Now we have women leaving their husbands to be with women. It's so much going on. So, we just need to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do, in the relationship to fulfill our duties. So I've talked long enough, you guys. Thank you all for tuning in to Let's Talk Relationship 101. We broadcast every Friday at 11 a.m. I have been off my schedule because I am a single parent. I am a single woman and a career woman, and sometimes business calls over pleasure. So I have been grinding. And, on another note, February, that's Friday afternoon, we're having a event right here in Alabama. We'll have a panelist of 3 women and 3 men. We will have catered food. Admission is $8 if you register before January the 15th. After the 15th, you will the price will go up $2. It will be $10. If you register before 3 p.m. on February 5th, it's $10, but after that, at the door, it will be $12 to enter. So make sure that you are your registration up December 1st, and also the panelist release date will be December 1st. When you see the panel, y'all gonna be like, oh my god. So you want to be at the event. This event is gonna change your life. It's gonna revolutionize relationships. So if you got a boo, bring your boo. If you don't have a boo, bring your homeboy, bring a coworker. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be vital to your future relationship. If you're not in relationships, it's gonna be good for you. So make sure you come participate at this event. This event is also it's actually a fundraiser for my nonprofit organization. We're trying to give away 2 scholarships in May. So this event is for a good cause. It's not just to be having an event. It is for a good cause. You can offer donations there. You can sponsor a child. So make sure you're there at this event for a great cause. So thank you all for tuning in to Let's Show One Friday, and I will see you next Friday at 11 a.m. Love you guys.